Right, hello and welcome back. Tell Lucy to go, and we can get straight on to investigating the super duper secret hidden magic lab. Across the way, next to the massive sign that says,
Might we not
"Don't
complete
enter
our
the
delivery
secret
while we're
magic
here?
lab."
Perhaps once we've concluded this bit of business, we might allow ourselves a moment's rest. Right you are.
I will be honest, I kinda, as much as I'm like taking the mick out of like, oh yeah, the big secret magic thing next to the sign that says, "Don't enter the secret magic lab." I'm fairly certain we've got a few of these knocking about the countryside that are literally along the lines of, oh yeah, she just takes you to here.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
But yeah, we have a few
Tis
where
not
you
our
just
place to hurry the
have
Arisen.
these giant military bases out in the middle of nowhere and it just says like secret military base on the sign outside. Right. Now here's a few things. So, it's definitely this way. I'm wondering if we need to not be seen in here. Or do you think maybe instead of it being the Forbidden Magic Research Lab because you're forbidden to go in, maybe it's the magic that's forbidden? You know, forbidden magic. Ooh. What could it mean? Which one? Well, if the goal is to not get spotted, there's a guy straight there. I am not here. You saw nothing. Stealth. Sneakiness. Seeker's token. Because in one of the tutorials I saw online, which was for something completely unrelated, they just came in here and said, oh yeah, the Seeker's token is there. And it's one of those random things I've remembered.
This is all wrong. What use of pitiful fragments such as these?
Oh, is it still wanting big
What we
shards?
have achieved is sufficient to sway the pawns. But when the time comes to fell the dragon, I fear it may not be enough. Lord Phasus insists we shall succeed, and yet...
Hey. Can I grab the... I can't yet, can I? I'm gonna have to talk to him before I loot.
A new hand, are you? Have you some business with me?
Yes, I too am a researcher. Dulled Godsbane Blade. A sword given to you by Rothius the Mad Sovereign. The blade's edge is dulled. Okay. Do we, like, need to give him the sword? Yeah, we apparently do. Okay.
A new hand,
I'm gonna say, is this the thing we want to be giving to this guy? Because I'm not sure he's, like, a good guy.
'Tis an Arisen's. This is incredible. I've never seen such a luster. But why do you possess such a thing? Where did you obtain it? No, never mind. 'Tis of no consequence. All that matters is this. With this alone, I shall be able to craft a superior godsway, the finest of all created to date.
Right. Superior Godsway, the finest of all today.
That I might deliver it to Lord Phasus even a moment sooner. But wait, no. I have not the worm's life crystals to restore it. Confound it all!
Tell me of these worm's life crystals. I think it's just the
You've
stuff
not
the
heard
Drake
of
drops.
They are formed of crystallized drops of dragon blood. It is a requisite component of the godsway, which naturally, such crystals can only be obtained through the slaying of drakes and their ilk. Yet I am doubtful that Lord Phasus would lend me his forces when the ritual is so close. We've few enough heads. Oh, don't be ridiculous. Do you even understand what you are offering? Worm's life crystals can only be obtained from drakes. But I suppose I am in no position to decline, even if 'tis a fool's errand. Lord Phaesus is satisfied with the god's way as 'tis, you see. And as I can expect no support from him, you can expect little aid from me. Though I suppose 'twouldn't do to send you away entirely empty-handed. Feel free to take what you require from the laboratory. Now, as I've said, worm's life crystals can only be obtained from drakes and their ilk. Seek one out and fell it. All the better if it happens to be a lesser dragon. You would be solving 2 of my problems then.
Wow, 25 grand to go and do it. Lovely. A new empress, Her Majesty Nadina. Nadinia, not Nadina, Nadinia, was crowned, and yet the Forbidden Magic Research Lab has persisted, its research into the dragon's summons continuing unbroken. The information we gleaned from our excavation of Moonglint Tower proved vital in our attempts to render the power to command the pawns in crystal form, eventually leading to our success. With this, the day on which Lord Phaesus will realize his ambition to conquer the dragon is surely nigh. I'll be taking that. Thank you. More books. For many moons our experiments proceeded apace. During that time the fruits of my diligent study of ancient tomes allow me to be of use to Lord Phaesus. What's more, our contributions to the obviation of calamity saw the state grant us an official budget and furnish us with a research facility tailored to our aims. By the time his lab was erected, Lord Phaesus' standing had become second only to that of the Empress. Okay. Right, so we keep seeing this fella's name pop up. I think, was he the guy with the Queen? So I think maybe they're trying to take control of their respective kingdoms for themselves through some sort of, what's it, from some kind of unholy alliance essentially between the two. And what do we have here? Roborant, okay. And oh, another book. Eventually this research became little more than a pretext. Forbidden magic was reduced to mere diversion. Enjoyed by a small group of elderly sorcerers, it was Phaesus, a third their age and yet with thrice their brilliance, who restored the art to its former glory. It was also he who rescued me from the dull duty of archivist and renewed my hope for the future. From my very first meeting, I knew that if anyone could unravel the truth of this world, it was he. Okay.
Need this experiment to succeed
Right.
at all costs.
What do we have elsewhere here? Or is that everything? There's staircase up. This is a private chamber. I'm guessing this is probably somewhere where we aren't really allowed to be, so maybe we don't stick around in here just in case, but have a nose in case it's out, particularly incriminating out. Dormitory. No more journal entries or anything. Okay. So we've got all the lore that we're going to get from the place. Unless there's some at the other side here. I guess we can just kind of come and go as we please now. It's kind of officially authorized us to just come and grab stuff. Right. Phaedrus' genius knows no bounds. By avoiding all mention of forbidden magic in his research papers, he managed to earn the support of several high-ranking officials within the palace and secure plenty of funding for his endeavours. In time, his work came to involve the rift travelled by pawns, beings feared in this nation as harbingers of calamity, and ultimately converged upon the idea of summoning and controlling the dragon. I'm beginning to click onto what's happening here. The legend of Dionysus and the Medusa. The beast was twofold the height of any man, with tresses of writhing snakes, and the cruelly twisted visage of a woman. Every soldier who beheld her was turned to stone, the terror of their final moments etched upon their faces. Yet Dionysus was fleet of foot and knew no hesitation. A single thrust of his blade was all it took to sever the beast's head. So swiftly done was it that she knew not her own death, and her terrible gaze lingered on, petrifying the next to meet it. Recollections of Ambrosius, second entry. At the time of the notion, controlling the dragon was vehemently opposed by certain learned individuals, so it was decided that this forbidden magic should be studied unofficially, away from prying eyes. Consequently, the art was first practiced beneath the palace, and research continued thereafter in total secrecy. Right. So yeah, we're beginning to really get an idea of what's going on here. And of course it's going to go wrong. So he's definitely trying to gather a big enough amount of these Godsway crystals to try and control not just the pawns, but the dragon itself. So he doesn't want to kill it, he wants to actually be able to command it, and then essentially use the dragon to rule the world.
We must find more manuscripts on this topic.
Of course, the dragon being like this ultimate force of absolute destruction. Yeah, that probably won't work out. We know how this typically goes. Hey, I'm just going to control, the end, the bringer of the end times. I'm sure it'll go totally fine through these nefarious black magic means. Yeah, what could go wrong? We could go and search the entire tower and possibly the entire palace, but let's not. Right. Refuse storage. So this is where the junk goes. A seeker's token. And a bloody wake stone there. If that's what they call refuse. I might have to go diving down the sewers, see if we can, find a few worms life crystals, and might find a few more wake stones. Just unclog somebody's toilet. Oh look, there's a problem. There's a wake stone clogged down the U-bend. I'll take that if you don't mind. Chemical stores. Right, waking powder. I'll eat in elixir. Black crystal, okay, that was worth coming down for. We don't normally get them except from when we kill like a necromancer.
Short rest, then I'll be off.
Those recruits don't know pommel from point.
Oh. Oh. That's the jail. Right. Don't go in. Do not, under any circumstances, touch anything. Because the guards get very tetchy if you touch things around the jail. And by touchy I mean stabby. Very, very stabby. And they absolutely will arrest your ass. I'm guessing the chemical storage. Oh no, this is the testing room. One of them said chemical storage, but okay. I myself will be sent to the pyre ere long. 'Tis surely only a matter of time, yet I shall face my end without regret, and with my head held high, for there is no flame that can eradicate the truth, or reduce my soul to ashes, and with my dying breath I shall utter these words: Glory to Batal and her unwritten history, death to Faleri the unjust, self-seeking emperor and deceiver of the people. Oh, hello. Newt liqueur.
At last, the puzzle begins to take shape.
Right, I think that's when I ended up doing. So I mentioned that I was. I remember seeing that first Seeker's token in a tutorial. I think it was, if I remember correctly, a tutorial for finding that Newt liqueur to take it back to the guy who gives you the warfarer profession, not profession, vocation. Oh, honestly, they're just synonyms, really, aren't they, for each other, right?
And caution.
I shall suffer none disturbance.
Right, we shall see what lies ahead up here. Because I'm curious.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
So are we now in the palace?
Let the heavens heed this wish.
Slim pickings of late. May lose my touch.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Hmm. Can we ask anyone what the hell's going on?
Sometimes this is the only
I'm dead
place
on
I
my
can
feet.
find
Meaning for I'm
peace.
too
But
tired.
I've much to do.
I got nothing for ye.
Nope. Okay. Well, I guess we're going.
I'll take any chance not to think on my
Okay.
toes.
Well, with that all,
Mayhap I'll buy
in
myself
fact, that's a point actually. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, just hang on. Ask the Oracle for advice if you intend to seek out lesser dragons in particular. Do I not just have the ability to... Let's head back quickly. I'm going to go and ask him
As good a place as any.
whether or not he actually has... because we might be able to just give him some. We're carrying some, aren't we? Or at the very least, we can just go back to the house and grab some. Because we have a bunch of these things just kind of lying around. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I hate how it automatically mantles things like that. It's like, yep. If my man had have jumped then,
At last,
that'd have been
the
it.
puzzle begins.
Reload to 5 minutes prior.
We must
Well, it probably wouldn't have been that long. I think it would have probably been as we entered the room and that, but still. But, right. Let's ask. Can we just, like, deliver some of these things?
Yes. Is there aught you wish to discuss? Then I wish you good fortune.
I guess we must have to kill one for the main quest, because, like, okay, we can ask him to tell us about them, but there wasn't a handover crystals or whatever button. Right,
'Tis good to be reunited.
we'll head off then, shall we? Right. Off we go to slay a dragon. Does anyone know
I'll take
where
that.
to go?
We might find a use for it.
Right, let me remember how to get into the heart of the city from here. I think it's over this way.
Does a number on my shoulders.
Think. Yeah, this looks right. Yep,
Come to think
right
of
to
it,
our house.
We might already have what we seek stored away.
Right, is that the problem? Do I just not have them on my person? Draw. We've got 58. Now a bit heavy. As you know, as you are. We'll store a few of these bits and bobs. Oh, that actually increases magic defense a little bit. Oh. But not exactly by a lot. Right.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
You've collected some. So we did. We just needed to go and have some on our person. It's because we'd stored them all. I hope we don't have to give him all of them. I hope it's just like, yeah, give him like, you know, 1 or 2. Because I want these for forging stuff. Right. He was over this way, and then he was up here. Or was it out of... No, it's up this exit, isn't it? Right. It's not far.
I'll go and open the chest.
Yes, you open that chest that contained an entire bunch of flowers. Wonderful.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
And here we go.
You've returned. Have you obtained any worm's life crystals?
15. That's a weapon upgrade. Oh,
You
I
have?
hate you.
Incredible! Yet here you are. And this is precisely what I require to complete my work. I shan't delay. Come by again tomorrow. By then, I will have produced a godsway of unparalleled quality.
Right, hang on. That said, pay visit. What? I mean, I have to wait a day,
What
right?
is it?
Good. Right, goodness sake. Right, well, in that case, I guess we'll go and rest. We might as well. We'll put all of our Worm's Life crystals back where we found them, because God knows they're weighing me down. And we'll come back tomorrow. We'll see what the hell this giant metallic doohickey does. But I'm guessing that, yeah, the entire point is to sway the dragon. We don't necessarily need it to sway a dragon, but it would be nice if, say, you know, it could sway, say, our pawns while they're in the presence of that other god sway.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
We just slap it on. Ours overrides his, because ours is bigger.
Well met, sir.
Size is important, you see. Anyway, then,
Practice, I'm sure.
with our brand new, bigger god sway than the other guys, we take over the kingdom of Vermund. Then screw it, out this guy from Batal. I don't think we can become king of Batal though, but maybe we can ally with them for rooting out this corruption. They'll love us and so on. And then we just
No issue
nicely
falling
go
asleep, even-
and, yeah, perhaps, I don't know, just kill the dragon, I guess then. Go get some better equipment, kill the dragon, all that stuff. Job's a good one. Right,
Good morrow, everyone.
I'll see you back at What's-His-Face's lab.
Feeling rested.
Right, and here we are again. Just figured I'd save you the trouble of watching me just trek across the city again. Like the third time. Here we go, what we got?
Oh, it is finished. The result is even more sublime than I'd hoped. I must deliver it to Lord Phaesus at once. Though, mayhap. Now, I cannot leave this in your hands. I may not be fleet of foot, but only I can do this.
What's happening here then?
Wait, I've changed my mind. You take it. Deliver the blade to Lord Phaesus. You won't reach him in time.
Go now. Make haste for Moonglint Tower. There your journey will come to an end. One way or another.
Feels eerie.
Huh. Surely, this isn't the ending, you know. Oh yeah, you just go take the big fancy sword and stab the dragon and the game ends. No, surely this is... Well, it's marked as an implement, not as a... unique form of God's way. It may prove to be indispensable, cannot be equipped as a weapon. Okay. Might as well do that while we're here. But then, yeah. Deliver it to Phaesus. Over there. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up because surely this is the thing that we would... This is something we would keep, right? Why would we just give it to him? he's wanting to do some very nefarious and very, very evil things with it, we should probably just keep this, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding things. Like, we can just go to Vermund. What's his face has a god's way. Ours is bigger and pointier and doubles as a weapon, but it says it doesn't. It at least looks like a weapon. So, bonus points to us. Ours is longer and pointier. So the pawns will follow us. We become the Arisen, take over Vermund. Then, I don't know, max out as level, kill the dragon. Surely that's what should happen. And instead... no. Okay. Well, I guess we don't need to save, because we only saved a moment ago, really. But anyway, we could do since we're just here. I might at the very least see what this smith is on about. See if we can get some bits left from some smithing. We'll go and talk to the guy. I'm guessing this is that backstreet smithy that we found that one time that wouldn't sell us anything. But it would talk to us about smithing. Let's see.
Right, work's work, no matter how dull it might be. Yeah, more than my life's worth, this. Work's work. No.
Okay.
Aye. What brings you to Brocker's smithy? Looking for scale cinder, are we? Well, you're in a luck. Our forge is flit. Oh, 'tis at an elf's behest, you say? I'm afraid that changes things a wee bit. Elves and dwarves don't get along, see? Brocker won't want to help you. Unless you were to offer him aught he couldn't resist. Listen, I happen to know there's one bit of elven culture no dwarf can turn their nose up at. All elven fare's bland as grass. All of it. That is, save this singularly flavoursome dish, Nutriab. Course, no dwarf would openly admit to having a taste for it. But the fact of the matter is, the mere smell of that dish has dwarves foaming at the maw. Don't believe me? Bring a bowl of it to Brocker. You'll soon see.
So the blacksmith ought to grant us some Gwynfencha in exchange for Nutriab. Shall we inform Miss Darren of this, Master? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Alternatively, like when I think of like, okay, if we want a dwarf that is, yeah, amenable to the idea of perhaps giving us some of this stuff, right? A dwarf that would be like, hey, you know what? We could, yeah, we could give you some, what's it, scale cinder for free for no particular reason. You know, a dwarven smith who... Just saying, over here. Mind you, the thing is, the trek over there is probably just as bad as going back, over here. I suppose that's one thing. I guess this will probably act as like almost a shortcut. Mind you, I don't think we can actually go backwards from this way. Right? I don't know where to get back into the cave from this side. I don't think we actually can, because of that little hop we have to do off the area onto here. If there were a way to get back onto there, theoretically, just saying, we could definitely then use this as like little shortcut going through half village like that, rather than, hey, let's go all the way around from Checkpoint Rest Town. That said, you can get an ox cart to there. So from there to either of the major cities is basically instant. Like, we can get halfway instantaneously. The question is, can we get... It's then a case of going the rest of the way, isn't it? Mind you, I guess... Yeah, I think if you're going to the other city, it's not bad. But, right. Okay. Sigurd, our village. What have we got then? Yeah, right. I think we basically want to do this. I'm guessing that the Guardian Gigantus probably suggests we want to, yeah, I'm guessing that giant monster we
Vanguard is
found
yours.
is
Lead on.
probably going to show up now. Just saying. Also, while we're at it, yeah, we might want to go here and get some more skills for our vocation.
Look, no need to overthink it. You can change it on a...
Right. So we can acquire that. Oh, actually no, we wanted this one, didn't we? Creates a barrier around an ally. Dealing damage back to the attacker and blocks incoming damage. The stronger the attack received, the more powerful the counter attack released. Interesting. Prolificity. Increases the likelihood that smaller targets will drop items. We don't need it, but got it.
Whim. You've...
Oh, and Heavenward Sunder. Yep. What else would we want here? I think it was Savage Lash that we were using on it. I believe it was Indomitable Lash. We used Ladder Launch, but I don't think that'll really help here. The Raising Sweep. Yep. And let's give her... What about Revivify? What does this do? Second Wind. Curing them of some debilitations. Fire, Frostbite, Sleep, Silence, and Unconscious. Could be useful for a pawn. Or... maybe we just do the Goring Lunge because it looks kind of funny. Sure. Create next strike. Yep. Get all these core skills. Augments. Max health. Ability to push and pull targets when given a hold is increased. And ability to break from an opponent's guard. Okay. So we've got augments your strength, reduces the stamina consuming clinging to and pinning down foes. Reduce stamina cost when struggling in a foe's grip. Deliver a killing blow, restores health. Increase max stamina. Increase damage dealt by your attacks when targets not in battle stance. So poison vigor can probably be replaced. Max health and breakthrough guard. Boom, there we go.
Not to
Looks
lose,
good.
and you might even. Well, got any findings to share?
Oh, a ring of triumph.
Pleasure doing business.
That should be good. Better bow attacks, slightly boost max health. Right. Reduces fire damage and better damage when attacking foes from behind. Eh. Oh, give me that back. Right. Job's a good un. We will have a rest, and it looks
Lots
like we're
cards
going to be
ought to
doing
make
a
our journey
massive
easier.
ass
One hopes these carts offer comfort
boss fight
commensurate to their
momentarily.
costs.
We'll see how that goes. Because I'm guessing with a quest name like the one we've got here, yeah, this is going to be a big deal. Right. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Dragon's Dogma 2, and I'll see you next time, where we may or may not be fighting a giant colossus of some description. Right. I'll see you then.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.